The reports of an army reforming under Audhan's banner came from Lady Urwa, and it was not all she had to speak of. As Partia arrived at Thorios Castle, he received word of the growing agitation among the nobles. Truly, they could never quite decide to agree with Partia. Was this perhaps a test designed by Aserai? War with the Battanians was seemingly on the horizon. Years of Khuzait occupation of Ashkasi territory seemingly forgotten, as the call was instead to help reunite Valandian lands under one sovereign. This was surely the doing of his Valandian vassals, thought Partia. But what of it? If he is to be Sultan of many people, then he must be prepared to submit to the needs and demands of many people. That aside, the Battanian tribute had perhaps gone on too long, a wrong that would be righted alongside the complete liberation of Valandia. As he read through Urwa's words, the Sultan was not surprised to see her advice included within. She suggested not to declare war just yet, but to continue preparations, and to wait for the nobles to do the inevitable. Grant their request for war when it comes, so they can speak of how Sultan al-Eat follows the wants of the nobles. In the meanwhile, keep busy with the needs of the people. Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another chapter of the adventures of Partia al-Eat in Bannerlord. The preparation of the eastern frontier regions, while largely successful, must unfortunately be left incomplete. What the Valandian vassals have done with their holdings is an unknown factor, and our hero must journey to Ashkasi Valandia and secure it before the war with Caladog begins. What should have been a land safe from war for at least a few more years will instead become another point of endless friction. Should the nobles push for this war, and should the Battanian tribute be reversed, no part of the Ashkasi frontier regions could be considered safe from the threat of war. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bannerlord. It seems that, in all their wisdom, our nobles would much rather push our borders in a direction that, in all honesty, is entirely unnecessary for the time being. Of course, inevitably, we would go to war with the Battanians, and we would push them back, and we would make some gains, etc., etc., but at present, they are really not a threat. Now, I say that, but of course they have been a threat to our economy in some ways. They have been extracting this tribute from us for a very long time, and that is undoubtedly what has upset many of the vassals. But at the end of the day, one could simply consider this payment a way to avoid the horrors of war in our northwestern regions, in Ashkasi Valandia, if you will. But again, we'd previously heard that, the Valandians would probably want to be united. We have a lot of Valandian vassals to whom we can, give some of this land as well, so that's all well and good, but it is quite unfortunate that as a result of this war, especially if this war ends with a reversal of the tribute, you can almost rest assured that no frontier regions will be safe. At any point in time, war can be declared anywhere. Now, I've seen a lot of your thoughts in the comments. I've seen your counsel. I've seen your opinions and suggestions, and I will be taking all of that into consideration, particularly as it pertains to the abandoning of Audhan's army. See, the thing is, I'm not eager to dive into war immediately, because I do need to genuinely check on what these vassals have done with Ashkasi Valandia. Let's just call it that. I like how that sounds. It has that imposing feel to it, doesn't it? Plus, it is what it is, right? So I'm not in a rush to do that. I do want to check out the situation up there. I probably want to bolster the garrison up there. I think I also want to bolster the garrison at Thorios Castle itself because, well, we'll touch on that in a bit. And Audhan's army is pretty low on cohesion. It might just fall apart on its own without me having to use influence to disband it, but more importantly, without me having to upset everybody in the army. Again, when you force a disband, everybody gets a little upset at you for, I guess, overextending your power. So that way we can avoid that. Just wait for the cohesion to drop. Now, Thorios Castle, the reason why I want to bolster the garrison over here a little bit is because right now it's only 250 soldiers. And as you can see, Thorios Castle is very much exposed. Well, I say that, but my concern is that it is exposed to Atacania Castle, Varagos Castle, and Rissos Castle, none of which I want to war for. My warring is going to stick to this side over here. just off to the edge, even further actually, off to the edge over there. So I'm going to be pretty far away from Thorios Castle. While the Battanian armies will be marching against the Khuzait armies, so the Battanian and Khuzait armies will both be in this region, which means, you know, if the Battanians fancy it, they might come down south and take Thorios Castle, which is what concerns me. What I'm thinking is we'll ride around for a little bit, pick up some more soldiers in the region, and drop off some recruits. I'm not going to drop off more of my high-value soldiers, because I feel like, well, we've got some militia and stuff we can drop off, sure. Whoa. Not what I meant. Okay. Reset that. It always bothers me that it does that. I want to click this. Don't move the user interface. Don't do it. I understand why it's doing that, but like adjust accordingly. Anyway, I want to drop off some of these militia and things like that. Sure. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and recruit some low-tier soldiers, drop them off at Thorios Castle, and then move on from here and check out our holdings in the northwest. Done here, cool. Oh, go ahead and donate troops to the garrison. It's a little unfortunate that this region has not been, I guess, better maintained by those that hold it. Better defended, I should say, by those that hold it, but it is what it is. No use crying over spilt milk. But 255 defenders is not enough to deter an attack. The other thing I have to take into consideration is where I go versus where our vassals go. I do not want to be the only army partaking in war, obviously. Oh my, it's huge. Look at the distance, though. Like, we're going to be fighting up over here. We're going to be taking Ostakan, Rovolt. We're going to be taking, I believe, Veriksand Castle. Might push as far as Penkanik. Now, where is our lovely Lanik Hen Castle? There it is, which is also under threat. But if I recall correctly, we investigated it, and its garrison wasn't too bad when we were last there. But I think the only, like, actual Battanian territory we might look to take is Penkanik, just so we kind of have this cohesive region, I suppose, right? But we're going to be, my point being, we're going to be warring all the way over here. I would like my vassals to be fighting for things like Varagos Castle and Arakonia Castle. I would like to see them expand in other directions. I would like to see them chase after and defend this region, but we'll see how that goes. All right, down to Amitatis to pick up some recruits first. And actually, as we do this, I should point out something else as well, and that is our lovely fief of Aristochorus Castle. This is not alphabetical, okay? Aristochorus, I think it should show up here as well. But I can't see the details, of course, because it's a different screen. Fiefs. Aristochorus Castle over here has Dale the Golden as the governor. I want to just touch on this a little bit. Now, it is dropping loyalty a bit more, but as you may have seen my note in the previous session, my intent is to pass some policies that will prevent the loyalty drop. The reason why he makes a good governor is because he has some things that help train the local militia and things like that. Many of you are calling for Dorian to be the governor instead. I see why. Obviously, it's a reasonable suggestion, but keep in mind his leadership is, while he has room for improvement, obviously he's got his learning limit, his leadership is poor. His tactics are poor. He's got good engineering, which makes for a good governor, I suppose, but he has the one perk here that helps him speed up building things, and most of these regions aren't going to need any more construction, not for the time being. So as much as in theory, as an engineer, he'd make a good governor, the truth is we've trained him in stewardship, and so he's actually making a decent commander because of the increased party size. He's got not the greatest tactics, but he's done well enough for himself. And that's why Dorian remains on the field, while Dale, who, yes, is a warrior type, is at present helping strengthen our garrisons, and eventually, as we gain more territory, he will be, his fighting skill will be put to use as well while he governs frontier realms. So I understand the feedback with regards to who our governors are and whatnot, but I feel like this is definitely the right call. We'll have to train up Dale's stewardship eventually, and he will eventually, swap in for someone who might die in battle. But at present, Dorian the Scholar stays the scholar on the battlefield, while Dale the Golden perhaps learns a bit of humility, considering how he introduced himself as he remains governor. Not for long over Aristochorus Castle. That is a temporary thing, because again, we only have so many holdings. So I can only make someone a governor where I have jurisdiction, so to speak. Anyway, in terms of some policies, The trouble is that I don't think any of the policies that help with loyalty have much support in the kingdom, but we're going to have to push them through because, again, as Sultan, I see the bigger picture. I see where trouble might be brewing, and I want to make sure that we deal with that. So trial by jury, for example, limits the ability of magistrates to condemn those they consider criminals quickly. It prevents arbitrary abuse of power, but landowners or gang leaders can sometimes use threats or bribes to manipulate it. So it does open things up for a little bit of corruption. It increases settlement loyalty, but it drops settlement security. Okay, I don't know if that's the right balance over here. Clans also lose some influence. Trial by jury is a potential pick. There's a couple other. We've got this as well. This one just seems like the right call. Landowners could often assert legal rights to common areas and charge villages money to use them. If ordinary people petitioned a ruler, however, he might give them the right to use all common areas for hunting or grazing as members of the village. Grazing rights will increase settlement loyalty by 1 per day, and it'll also increase daily militia production by 1, presumably, per day. I guess the only downside to this I can see is that eventually if the militia gets too big, it starts eating away at food reserves and things like that, but I think we're secure enough in that, with that regard, so I think we're fine. We're in that regard, I guess. So I think we're fine there. We're going to go ahead and propose this. I should be able to, again, I don't like forcing things through, but the vassals do not see the bigger picture, and this hurts nobody. So we're going to go ahead and propose this. Everyone is not the biggest fan of this proposal, but we need loyalty. We need loyalty, especially moving forward. Okay, good stuff. Eats up a fair bit of our influence, but I think it's necessary. The Ashkas will start granting villagers the right to graze on land held in common. This decision was rejected by the support of... okay, that was confusing. It has been passed. I think the box meant to say it has been approved despite, or it has been passed despite, you know, the council not liking it or whatever, however it phrases it. Nonetheless, we're okay. We're okay. We do not need to debase our currency. We're pretty good overall. Settlement prosperity, imperial towns. Towns held by the ruler clan gain 1 loyalty and 1 prosperity per day. Towns held by non-ruler clans, though, lose 0.3 loyalty per day. We do not want to risk that because we have 0 control when it comes to our vassals, towns, and whatnot. We don't need royal commissions. War tax isn't necessary either. I don't need to drain prosperity or anything like that. We're okay. This is fine as well, though. I mean, we do use mercenaries a fair bit, but that's fine. We don't need this. Privy Council, we don't care quite for influence. Military achievements, see, there's a lot of support for some of these policies. Well, troop wages are increased. Maybe that's not so good. But no one's ever proposing them, which is a little strange. Because we were able to propose them, obviously, when we were vassals. But we haven't seen that happen. Security, but lose 1 militia and prosperity. No, thank you. Not gonna gamble that. Hunting rights is for food. No, that reduces town loyalty. We don't want to do that. I think that might actually be everything available to us that increases loyalty without costing us something. Oh no, here we go. So this, okay, forgiveness of debts. This one's a bit of a risky one, and I don't know how I feel about this one. Because we cannot tell what a production reduction of 5% means. Forgiveness of debts limits the degree to which lords and merchants can lend to their tenants and employees and then demand repayment or seize their assets or their freedom. Effectively bans serfdom. I mean, I like the descriptor. You know, I like that. Settlement loyalty is increased by 2 per day is huge, all things considered, but it does reduce production, right? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that translates to. How much of a hit are we going to take as a result of that? Only one way to find out. We can always, you know, remove a policy that does us more harm than good, but I think at least for now, we're going to go ahead and push the forgiveness of debts, and I believe that's the last one that is worth doing. I mean, there's a couple of other options that town taxes paid to the ruler are reduced by 5%, but loyalty is increased by 1 per day. That's not bad either. I mean, again, a lot of my money comes from tributes as opposed to taxes. You know, I'm going to go ahead and start with forgiveness of debts. We'll see about the tribunes of the people afterwards if it's still problematic. So forgiveness of debts it shall be. Let us propose this. They are all very strongly opposed, spending my influence not for war, but for policy. It must be done. It must be done. Everyone stands against me here, but these are the needs of the kingdom at the moment. If we take a look now at our Aristochorus Castle, you can see loyalty is growing. Counteracting. Again, I can obviously remove the heal from here and assign him elsewhere instead. And that'll help grow loyalty a little bit faster. But I'm hoping that very soon we'll have conquered some new territory to move him to. But at least we're growing loyalty. And again, it needs to be above, I think, 15 to prevent rebellion. So by the time that next patch drops and takes over, I think we'll be okay. That's my concern. We have to move quickly there. Synop's army over here. I wonder if... No. The other thing that I have to worry about as well, this is unfortunate, is that... Can I speak to any of these guys? Milos, not the person in charge. Tinops is the one in charge, but again, they're in an army right now, so it's not like we're gonna have a conversation. It has been a while. We do get along. Something I'd like to discuss. What do you think of Gyarios? Not listen while in an army, that's fair. I will leave. One thing that I need to... that's unfortunate is that as much as I'd like to speak to some Battanian and Khuzate lords in the hopes of gaining some more vassals, because they're at war with each other, the reality is they're probably going to be in armies more often than not, and my chances of acquiring new vassals up north is minimized as a result. Bit of a bummer, but it's not the end of the world. We'll be able to work around it just fine. We'll be okay. It would have been ideal if we could have picked up some more vassals. Now, if we're lucky, we'll see some of these armies disband or lose cohesion or what have you, and then some loose, roving bands we might be able to pick up 1 or 2 vassals off of. That would be excellent. But I do want to keep an eye open for that as well. Got to keep an eye open for that. We're good over here. Anything else to sell? 29,000, 29,000. What can we drop off over here? Not much. Not much. Do I have any junk in my trunk? A little bit. Let's go by value over here. Some wooden hammers, some blacksmith hammers. Ears. Sure. Again, money's not the biggest thing. Money's not the biggest thing. Recruit 7 hired blades. Don't mind if I do. The big thing right now is, yes, strengthening Thorios Castle. I don't want to move too far away from it just to come back. So Amatatis, Elipa, Thorios. There's no bridge over here, eh? Thorios, and then go all the way up and around to get to Bergam. Might as well go to Ataconia at that point. Come back to Bergam, and then come back to Thorios Castle, drop everybody off. Maybe even hit up Amicon over there. And I feel like Tinops or someone's been around and has picked up a lot of the potential recruits in the area, which is unfortunate. He managed to pick somebody up still. But yeah, it looks like they're pretty much empty. Picking up recruits up there. What about over here? Nice. I will take what I can get. It is just to bolster the numbers of Thorios Castle. And what is going on with this army? Yeah, it'll certainly fall apart shortly. Again, I don't want to spend too much time over here. It is a long journey over to Charas to pick up more recruits and whatnot. Wow, this is a small town at Akania. Over to Bergam. Najin is improving his stewardship. Good for you, buddy. Are we able to... Damn, I was really hoping this was a... like a sandbar or something. Nope, gotta go up, around, and down. Fair enough. Long way around over here. War is coming. War is coming any second now. As more support comes for... Ooh, Radagast. As more support comes for that declaration, war is right around the corner. Radagast I can almost certainly... Damn it! Need Vashorki, last seen at Seniopa, which is all the way over here, is it not? Seniopa. Oh, actually, it's not that far away. But who am I kidding? He could be anywhere right now, right? Let's not get distracted by hope. Sounds kind of sad when it's put like that, but you know what I mean. For all we know, they could be forming up an army, right? Like, completely going in the other direction, knowing full well that it could hurt us. Dorian, by the way, continues to improve his stewardship skills, so I'm fairly satisfied with the decision-making as far as the roles are concerned. Again, I do understand your positions that you've mentioned in the comments, and I want to make it very clear that I take all that into consideration, and I understand where y'all are coming from, but I also wanted to explain my decision-making and why the decision is what it is and why it stands as it was made. Imperial archers, Imperial recruits, hired blades can all get dropped off. We got a couple of looters over here. You know what, let's drop these Imperial infantrymen off as well. I wonder if... Want to, like, leave behind the tribesmen or something? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I also need to remember to pick up war horses from time to time. Another 17 soldiers, like, that's not a lot. Let's see. Some Aserai infantry. Some Imperial veteran infantrymen, sure. Drop 5 of you off, done. I'm gonna go ahead and drop off. I want to try and get to 30. I feel like that's a reasonable number. Drop a few Sea Raider chiefs off. Alright. I think that's everybody. It's all cavalry up top now, isn't it? Sea Raider warrior, sure, I'll drop one of you off. 27. And I dropped 3 more soldiers off. 1 master archer. Let's go ahead and drop off 2 Aserai recruits, sure. Again, they're low tier, but a couple numbers. Just a little bit of help. Done. This is like the smallest my party has been in a long time. You know, I'm going to drop 4 more off. I'm going to drop 4 more off. Let's get them up to 300. That might be a bit of a deterrent. Aserai archer. And let's drop off the Aserai infantry as well. Let's do it. Let's do it. Sure. That ought to do the trick. 300, it's something. It's something. Now, when I was up at Thorios, it would have been wise of me to check what Atacania was up to. Like, in terms of its... Or Atacania Castle's up there, eh? I could go up that way. Oh, dear, no, that... Our realm is massive. Our realm is ridiculously huge. It's gigantic. Get all the way to Charas will take us forever. I mean, you know what I mean. Alright, let's move. Let's see if Amitatis has any recruits to offer. I don't want to take on too many low-tier recruits at this point, because we know full well that at Charas and the region surrounding Charas, we have some high-quality soldiers readily available. So I want to keep that in mind, obviously. I also want to keep in mind that there are... Right, Wahan of the Javal I want to speak to. Nope. People who are worth speaking to for... what is this? Villagers. Okay. For recruitment purposes and things like that. We want to keep an eye out for that, of course. Wonder how long before... Man, Aldhan, like, doesn't wait at all. If I have to disband his army when it comes time to declare war, I will. But there's no rush right now. There's no point in upsetting everybody and all that. I want to mention as well, of course... Ooh, hello. Some of you have suggested that if I bring everybody to join me... Oh man, this guy's in charge. He hates me, but he is in charge of... Okay, try and catch him. And see if we can't speak to Katagan over here as well. Good stuff, he's coming down. He's headed that way. Just want to keep an eye on these guys. So I follow them afterwards. So one of the suggestions I got was that I bring all the armies with me and then we go from town to town picking up recruits so that everybody recruits. I've done that in the past. I don't want to do that right now because I want to do some recruiting and moving units around and stuff like that. That's why I'm not doing that just quite yet. Now then, come no closer. Forgive me, but one cannot be too cautious. I would ask you for your name. You do not know my name, and yet you despise me. Man is cruel, he's daring, he's devious, and he's generous. Okay, well, being devious could work to our benefit here. My name is Partius, sir. May I ask your name? I'm Eronix, of the House of Varus. Our family has served the Empire for generations. Well, time for you to serve a new empire, perhaps. The one thing about me you should know is that I make a very good friend, and you absolutely do not want me as an enemy. Very well, there's something I'd like to discuss. What do you think of Garios? I'm the rightful ruler. I don't even like you. You expect me to discuss something like this with you? I do indeed. You must have heard of my deeds. I speak to you as one warrior to another. Damn. Well, at least it's not a critical fail. As I say that, watch the next one's going to be a crit fail. You gave an oath to your liege, eh? Fair enough, fair enough. Haven't we all? Haven't we all? This man is not known for his honor, right? No, generosity and valor. I mean, the best percentages are with the ones that have honor as an option. I'm gonna say Garius is not known for keeping his word. I guess that's true. Fair enough. Might be correct. I have always stood by Garios. Whether he has stood by me or not is another question. We have been together in many wars, haven't you? But you should put your interests and the good of the realm first. 95% success chance. Come on, baby. Nice, nice. Okay, okay. I see. Why change sides now? Once one declares oneself a rebel, there is usually no going back. Indeed, but you are known for your valor. Fortune favors the bold. Together we will win this war quickly. Come on, 65% critical success chance. Come on, man. No, are you kidding me? Yes! Yes! I'm so happy. I am so happy right now. Well, I can't argue with that. Indeed, my good man. Now let's see if we can't afford him, because he is a decently sized clan. No holdings, but a decently sized clan. This could be very good for us. Very well. You've convinced me that this is something I can consider. This is a dangerous step, however. And I'm putting my life and the lives of my people at risk. I need some sort of support from you before I can change my allegiance. But of course. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. This guy is broke. 1 dinar is enough. 1 dinar as a token, of course. I will grant him also the Emir's helmet. I know, it's worth a lot of money, blah, 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 blah. Also, I'm kind of tempted to give him the Merchant's Bane as well. No, we hold on to the Merchant's Bane. If it was one of our blades, I would do that. But the merchant gifting somebody a weapon whose name is a joke at my expense as a way to welcome them seems kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, this was funny among friends, among vassals who have been with us for a long time. It's a joke out in the world right now, but it seems like a weird way to welcome somebody into the fold. Or maybe that's the right... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. But I feel like the Emir's helmet is pretty symbolic on its own. A single dinar, and you know what? Perhaps an Aserai horse. I know I don't need to do all this, but again, I feel like it's fun. I could extract some tribute from him in return, but I don't think that's not in keeping with what we're trying to do here. All right, 1 dinar, Emir's helmet, Aserai horse. Welcome. The Varos clan has joined the Ishkas. Beautiful. Very well. This is a great step to take, but it must be done. Indeed, it must be done. Yo, okay, that is no joke. That is a pretty big clan. I kind of wish we were at war. But... I mean, not that it would have made a difference, actually, now that I think about it. They didn't have any holdings. It's become such a default thing for me to think about, like, oh, I wish we were at war, but, yo, that is great. That is fantastic. Couldn't have come at a better time, either. Wonderful. Over here, let's go ahead and get these mercenaries to join us as well. I'm so glad I didn't decide to go up north pointlessly. Ah, come on, slow down, buddy. You're on foot. There we go. Any second now. Any second now. Come on. There we go. But yeah, it's been a while. It has, hasn't it? Catagan of the Wolfskins, I'd like to discuss your service as a mercenary. That is kind of expensive, but join us. There will be nothing else. I must leave now. Oh, we prepare for war. 100% support for this war over here. It is only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time. And the Khuzait, oof. I really hope they don't declare war on us. I mean, again, they are still getting a tribute from us, but they know they can get a much bigger tribute from us, don't they? And you can see support for war against the Khuzait is starting up again. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Now, over to Ortizia. I could... Yeah, okay, hold on a second. I could head down to Aristochorus Castle, empty out some of its, like, dungeons and stuff. While we're here, right? Maybe not a terrible idea. Reason being, again... Dungeons... I might also empty out the garrison a little bit. Dungeons take, like, people that are in the dungeons eat food and stuff like that as well, so... Battanians seem to have lost another battle. Everybody was released, though. Very well. Very well. I'm actually surprised they're waiting so long before declaring war. I was expecting it to have happened already. But I'm glad, I'm glad. Okay, down over here. What's the deal here? Deal is the governor. Oh, there's actually stuff we can build over here. Fair enough. Loyalty is growing well enough, though. Lodgings to garrison troops. I don't know. Fairgrounds. Permanent space that hosts fairs. Citizens can... Helps with the morale of the settlement. Okay. I'm thinking, why not get the fairgrounds happening? And the workshops after that. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I take it... Get the militia going, I suppose. The militia grounds, I suppose. No, this place is well enough defended. It's got a strong enough militia. I think that's fine. So we'll start with the fairgrounds, sure. We'll then do the workshops after that. More food is not a necessity over here, but, you know, doesn't hurt to have. Train militia is what's going on down here right now. That's fine by me. We could do irrigation instead. Doesn't make quite that much of a difference. So let's stick with, let's go with Festival and Games. Help the loyalty a little bit more. And let's go ahead and drop some money down over here. We have money to leave behind. Let's go ahead and leave about 5k behind over here. And hopefully that will, speed things up a lot. Wonderful. Dale stays in charge over here. Very well. Very well. Done here. Take a look at our garrison here. 200 soldiers. Go ahead and pick a couple of these guys up. Sure. 195 peasants. Like, this is not a real garrison. You know, but Aristochorus Castle is tucked away in a corner. It should be fine. What are the prisoners you're looking like? A lot of tier 5s that we can drop off somewhere for some money. Got a lot of militia over here as prisoners as well. Not really worth my time, I don't think. We actually have a lot of prisoners in reserve as well, so to speak. Down here. Alright, glad I came. At least I got some tier 5 prisoners that we can ransom off. Over to Ortizia first to do probably exactly that. And most of my recruitment I want to save for these higher tier troops that we can get by Charis. Alright, good stuff. Make our way swiftly now. But again, over here, hopefully they have some bandits and stuff to like clear out. I don't want to lose any of these mercenaries just as war begins. You know, that would be unfortunate. Diathma has been won by the Battanians. Diathma, where are you? Diathma, there we go. Well, they're pushing back. They're pushing the Khuzait back, that's for sure. It's going to be interesting to see how that war ends. Who comes out on top? Ooh, Saniopa has been besieged by Caladog. That's deep in Khuzait, like, well, not deep in Khuzait territory, but that's deeper than I was expecting them to get, honestly. I thought the Khuzait were just going to hand out the beating. 400 defenders over here is not bad. Lots of Battanians taken prisoner, yikes. Yeah, 400 defenders at Ortizia is not bad. Could maybe even take 11 soldiers. Everything is leveled up over here. Everything's looking pretty good. We could train some more militia, perhaps. Yeah, sure. Loyalty is through the roof. There was some trouble previously, but again, thanks to forgiveness of debts and grazing rights, I think we're counteracting that quite well. We're not going to see any rebellion over here anytime soon. So I think we can actually pull some of the garrison away. So let's go ahead and, first of all, to the Tavern District. 15 mercenary guard that we can take up north. Sure. And let's take a look at the garrison. Any soldiers worth picking up over here? Again, the idea being we're going to garrison them up north or use them in battle. 1, 2... let's see. 3, 4. And how about 5, 6, 7? Sure. Maybe we drop somebody behind? Like a Imperial Infantryman? Oh, 2 of them. There, sure. Just a, I don't know, it's a gut feeling, gut feeling. Go to the dungeon as well, though. What do we have over here? Nothing. Alright, fair enough. Over to the Tavern District. Use prisoners to be ransomed. Gotta go ahead and pick up our tier 5s over here. The Puppeteer, Master Archers, Palace Guard, Bandit Boss. I believe that's all of our tier 5 prisoners. Yeah, 400. It's not a lot of money, but it's something, I guess. Cool. Done and done. Onwards we go. Because, oh, you know what, actually, we got some soldiers we can pick up over here. Sure, why not? I'm glad I checked. Still have room for about 50. Up to Garangolia. Check this out. That daily gold change is very low. Did the reduction of production really hit us that hard? Ah, something else is up there. Something else is up there. This is not what I meant. I recruit troops. Tier 2, that's not worth it. What's up with Lycia? Again, Guarantor Castle might have some prisoners for us to pick up as well. Down to Lycia first. It's so wild being back here. Nope. Not worth it over here. Over to Guarantor. Sea Raiders all the way down here. Just 8 of them. Manage our garrison. Let's take a look here. 129. Lots of militia, Imperial Sergeant crossbowmen we can pull. up north with us. Again, this is such... Well, I say it, but I'm so sure that I'm jinxing myself. This is such a safe part of our realm right now. There's no threat anywhere nearby. It's almost foolish to leave so many people guarding this territory. 100. Let's go ahead and get who else? A Varyog veteran. Sure. There you go. Done here. I believe so. We'll check the dungeon as well, of course. Now, what's the spread over here? Go to manage the castle here. Loyalty's at 100. It's not going to be a problem. Food is at 0. That is a bit of a problem. Let's go ahead and focus on irrigation here, please and thank you. Everything else is maxed out. We're looking pretty good. These guys still have some money in reserve, which we'll find, whatever. Militia is very strong, but again, loyalty is through the roof, so it's not going to be a problem over here. Let's take a look at the prisoners. Nobody really worth picking up over here. A boar champion we can drop off somewhere. Battanian picked warrior. I mean, sure, why not? Train you up that last step. Not a lot of prisoners. Go ahead and head out. Now we'll make our way to Charos directly, I think now. Well, we might hit up Thraktere en route. Thraktere, Gummerdan, Usank Castle, but we're headed there right now. It's so weird seeing the what is it, the Sturgian flag from time to time, because they're just such a non thing, you know. They're such a non-entity on the map these days. There we go. That's better. Daily gold change. Ooh, trained archer. You know what? Yeah, sure. Why not? Pick you up. We'll have room for a handful of soldiers. Over to Usank Castle. If there's any prisoners there worth picking up. 21 mountain bandits down over here. They might need taken care of, but I'm not going to be able to chase them down with the numbers I have. What's the garrison here looking like? 27. I'm not going to drain the garrison, but let's see the dungeons. Nothing in the dungeons. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I was just wondering if I wanted to actually pick up some soldiers. But no, I mean, Usank Castle is somewhat threatened. Again, it is exposed. I need to check Thraktere Castle as well. Do not underestimate the exposure level of Thraktere with Verin Castle right there. Which we might also want to pick up, actually. Over to 7th. And from here... Oh, hello. Okay, the art has just changed for the Valandian recruits. That's got to be it. Because they looked completely different, but I was like... They're not anything special. Alright, just the one Valandian Gallant. Fair enough. Not as good as I was hoping. These bandits, man. Mounted Charas. Who is this? Who is this? Morkan. Ah, Malgan's the one in charge. That's too bad. That's too bad. Go to the dungeon. Manage the prisoners here. That's a lot of prisoners. Mamluk Guard. You have room for a fair few prisoners. For a fair few prisoners. Some Aserai archers over here. High ranking. Mercenary swordsmen as well. Sure. Some Aserai infantry. And again, they'll stop eating all the food over here and stuff as well, right? Cool. Done here. Over to the garrison. Because the garrison here is what? 280. Maybe a little much. Just a touch. Not that much room. Well, hold on. Before I even do this, though. The Tavern District. Prisoners to be ransomed, yes. I believe we've got some tier 5s from earlier, right? The Boar Champion. Oh, not that many. Fair enough. Take what I can get. Then over to Recruit. Oh, this is not as good as it used to be. What's happened here? What has happened here? This is nowhere near as good as it used to be. Alright, hold on. Let's check Vesin first, and then maybe we'll pick up some of the garrison over here. There's a lot of mountain bandits, by the way. It's a lot of mountain bandits. Recruit troops. Okay. Not great. Better. Not perfect. Part of me really wants to chase these bandits down and just auto-resolve a battle against them, you know? Come on now. To be able to... Come on now. There we go. Beautiful. Surrender or die. Send in the troops. Hopefully some leveling up will happen. Oh, it's a lot more wounded than I would have expected. Yeah, a little bit of leveling up. Good stuff. Alia improved her skills as well. The other thing to keep in mind is that the longer we travel around, the more the low-tier soldiers gain skills, right? Room for prisoners? Yeah, I do. Pick up some highwaymen, sure. Brigands, and become Valandian banner knights. Take some time, but sure. Don't need 32 looters in our chain here. Pick up all the loot. Alright, cool. But yeah, the longer I travel around, the more our low-tier soldiers get trained. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Over to Charas. Go ahead and pick up last handful of troops over here. Every time. Go to keep, manage garrison. Every time. It's like, where do I pick up garrison from? Get the Aserai Master Archers. Don't have a lot of room. Get the Aserai Master Archers and the Aserai Veteran Infantry. Takes us over our limit. Gonna leave behind a Valandian Crosswoman. Okay, up to Thractore Castle at this point. What could I do here? My stash looking like... Okay, this is my Emir's helmet that I wanted to keep. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that the stash was in fact working as intended. Alright, so we're done here. We can go ahead and leave. Make our way up to Thractore. And strengthen its garrison a bit. It's been left a little barren, and it's been very fortunate so far not to be attacked, but it does need some help. Usank Castle should stand. I imagine Usank Castle will not get attacked until Thractore and Sargot fall. At least one. So let's make sure Thractore doesn't ever fall. I do wonder if I'd like to take Varin Castle first just to distract the enemy, you know? Here our garrison is what? You know, with the militia, it's actually not that bad. With the militia, it's actually not that bad. We could train the militia a bit more even. 450 defenders? Okay. I must have checked this previously, but... better to know for sure, right? Lanaken Castle I could check as well. Again, I'm pretty sure down over here we're fine. This is where I don't know what the situation is. Well, let's go to Lanaken Castle en route. And check up on the situation. Oh, Amalgan. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Join me. Join me. How great would this be? It has been a while. We don't quite get along, but that could change here right now. Something I'd like to discuss. What do you think of Caladog? I'm the rightful ruler of this land. Must have heard of my deeds. I speak to you as one warrior to another. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Not entirely comfortable discussing this with me. That's fair, that's fair. But listen, Caladog is not known for keeping his word. He agrees, he agrees. Might be correct, indeed. You've been through a great deal together. Well, let's see. You are a valorous, generous man. I, too, am generous. It is well known that you and Caladog loathe each other. Nice. Very nice. Okay, good. Might be correct. You're somewhat outnumbered. Even if I agree with you, it would be wise of me to wait. You are known for your valor. Fortune favors the bold. Together, we will win this war quickly. Yes! Oh my god, I'm so happy. I can't argue with that. Alright, okay. This is... Now I kind of wish we were at war. This is not bad. Unfortunate that we're not at war. He does have 3 whole castles that we could have gained through war, but it is what it is. If we were at war, chances are we couldn't have had this conversation. This is wonderful. This is fantastic. This is a dangerous step, however. You are putting your life at risk, and so I will most certainly ensure that you are well taken care of. Now, he's expensive. All right, let's see. Getting rid of the Merchant's Banes has been a bit of... Well, it's been the bane of my existence. I know he is robbing me here, but the reality is that I'm not able to sell these basically anywhere until I trade them out for armor and things like that. But truth be told, at that point, I'll just make more of them. This will at least reduce how much money I'm giving him directly. This man is expensive. Aw, damn, I did have a Merchant's Blade to give the other fellow. Aw, man. Wish I'd caught that earlier. Alright, more of the Merchant's Banes over here. Got so many of them. Here, just take all these javelins. The reason why I'm okay with giving this guy Merchant's Banes, and it was different with the previous conversation, just to explain, because I feel like probably not a bad idea to explain this line of thinking, is because that man was clearly willing to join us, and so there was that idea of camaraderie there. Whereas here, this is a transaction. This is purely a transaction. There is no... This is not a gesture. I'm not giving him a token. I'm giving him equipment. I'm arming him. I'm giving him a little bit of money, and I'm convincing him to join me. So hopefully you understand the, hopefully I'm clear about the tonal difference in these conversations. Alright, so that's all that, and a little bit of money. Hopefully not too much money. I mean, he's already taking so much money from me in the form of all of these javelins, but like I said, I can barely sell them, right? How long have I held on to these? And if I need to sell more, I can always sell more, right? Or sorry, if I need to make more, I can always make more. Come on. Give me that sweet spot. Give me that sweet spot. So close. So close. Like somewhere in between there, isn't it? And oh yes, nice. They've actually they've upgraded this, so you can actually type into it now. All right. I don't want to be too precise over here. That'll just kill me. Way too much. Oh. Okay. They've added this thing, but it doesn't quite work as you'd expect it to. That doesn't fly. Alright, what about if we just make that a 6? Still nothing? Still nothing? Come on, buddy. Nope. This really is not the smoothest tool. What? Jeez. Should have just gone with what the slider said. Fine, fair enough. Here, have this. 183,000 is... Yeah, that's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money at all. But of course, I've already touched on that. I'm not going to become a broken record over here. Done. Done. He better not leave me quickly. I will be very upset if he does. Yeah, I think that's fair. Done. Wow. 100 relation. Hopefully that sticks. The Descourtain clan has joined the Ishkas. Very well. This is a great step to take, but it must be done. Dude. This is good. This is very good. Very serendipitous. All the directions we've decided to go have worked out for us. My vassals here seem eager to let me declare the war. At this point, I'm certainly feeling like I'm open to doing that. Saranor, are you one who can join us? Saranor. Nope. Very well, up to Lanaken. I feel like they've rebalanced the conversations or something, or today's just been a lucky day. Maybe I should go and play the lottery. Bay of the Western Empire has been taken prisoner. Good for you. Alia continues to improve her skills. Alright, what's the garrison over here like? 124 soldiers. Decent blend, decent quality. You know, it's not all like super poor quality troops. 264 militia. Walls are being built up ever so slowly. 115 days, are you kidding me? 60 days, it'll still take forever, but that's fine. That's fine. Militia's not growing or anything. We're gonna build the militia grounds eventually. Yeah, I wonder if I shouldn't make what's his name governor of here instead. Maybe help improve the quality of the soldiers and whatnot, you know. It's very exposed, much more so than Lanaken. Take a look here. Sorry, much more so than Aristochorus. Aristochorus' loyalty is looking pretty good. And again, actually removing him would improve the loyalty even further. Lanaken Castle. Hail the Golden. Gotta change governor. None. Done. Aristochorus, loyalty is +3 now. Yes, excellent. Lanaken, loyalty is +6. Go ahead and assign the Hail the Golden. Done. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. And again, just want to kind of refresh my own memory as well here. Deal the Golden. Take a look at his leadership, was it? Each troop in the garrison gains +5 XP per day. That's the big draw over there. He's got a couple of other things here and there. Their town garrison is more effective. +1 to town loyalty per day. He's got some things that are, I mean, hopefully all these perks are working, who knows, right? But he's got some other things that also make him a decent governor for a frontier region kind of a thing. Alright, cool, done. Good to leave. Lanaken Castle. 389 defenders, it looks like. 389. Alright, let's drop 11 soldiers off over here. Brought them up here for a reason, right? 2 of you. Drop you off. 4. My Valandian crossbows. Where are you? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That was the guy I just upgraded. I like having like round numbers, and it's killing me. Round or you know, divisible, like cleanly divisible numbers. One more. Sure, why not a Valandian sergeant? Like 5s. I like 5s, I like 10s. Those are the numbers I like for troop counts. I don't like 1s, I don't like 2s or 4s or 6s or 8s. They're not round numbers. I know 5 isn't a round number, but I'm just trying to explain my neuroticism here. Right, that should do the trick. Hopefully keep people at bay. We can check what the garrison at Pencanic looks like. A little bit of scouting. 400 defenders, that should be good. Pencanic has, wow, 643 defenders. That's no joke. Obviously, we can take it on, but that's, you know, important to know. It's actually a sizable defense. We take a look at the other army. 1490. Cohesion is almost gone. Where is that demand for war? Where is that demand for 511 defenders over here? Fair enough. Aaron, are you a man we can speak to? You are, aren't you? Head up to Pencanic. Over to the keep. Aaron, let us speak. Partia, my greetings to you. And to you, Aaron. Something I'd like to discuss. What do you think of Caladog? We know each other well enough. You must have heard of my deeds. Speak to you as one warrior to another. Oh, damn. This means we're going to fail this one. Getting an early critical success? That means we're going to fail this one. I gave an oath to my liege. Well, Caladog is not known for keeping his word. Yeah, it's okay. Don't get too excited. We're going to get a crit fail on the next one. Caladog and I have been through a great deal together. Suppose you may have, but you are generous or valorous. It's well known that you and Caladog loathe each other. In fact, it's not going to fly. No. You're somewhat outnumbered. Even if I agree with you, it would be wise of me to wait. You're known for your valor. Fortune favors the bold. Together we will win this war quickly. I'm so pleased right now. I'm so pleased right now. Well, I can't argue with that. The question is, can we afford him? You have convinced me that this is something I can consider. This is a dangerous step, however, and I'm putting my life and the lives of my people at risk. I need some sort of support from you before I can change my allegiance. What do you desire? Everything. He desires everything. Fair enough. No surprise there, Aaron. But you know what? Between the two clans that I have been able to... between the two Battanian clans that I would have been able to have join my side, I am happier to have the one I do have, because it is a larger one, if I recall correctly. No. Us. Clans. Oh wow, it's wild to see the entire clan flag be gray. Whoa. Right, Amalgam, yes. I was like, Right, because... Was it a... I'm so there's been so much, like, moving... like, changing flags that it's become such a bit of a mess. But okay, fair enough, fair enough. Anyway, I'm happy with the way I've spent my investment, so to speak. A little unfortunate that I can't get this man to join me. Even if I had all of my money, I would not have been able to get him to join me. If I had some merchants' banes, then perhaps, but... Very well, very well. Aaron is someone whose name we should put down. Nothing I can do. Fair enough. One day you will join me. And I'll do what you ask. Very well. What if... Oh man. Time for us to get to work, I think. Alia is best at getting us charcoal. Fatid, let's get you smelting anything that would get us wood. Yep. Go for it. Go for it. Need the wood to make... I need the wood to make anything else. That's why I'm looking at wood yields over here primarily, beyond anything else. I'm tired, eh? 24 is not bad. I suppose... Gerathion. I mean, we're just forging... Let's start with Leotold. We're just going to be forging javelins over here. Can't remember now what the combination was. One looks like it causes more damage. Gotta make sure you're nice and large over here. Get this on there. More weight gives us extra reach, but not more damage. Interesting. Got that mahogany javelin shaft. I believe, again, that goes to 110 versus this, which goes up to 105. So, yep, that should cause more damage. It should be worth more as well. These are not unlocked. Fair enough. All good. Man, Leotold's smithing is through the roof. Again, it doesn't matter when he's smithing javelins, right? I don't think I'm going to have him smith anything else right now. Go ahead and forge. We have quite a bit. We have enough to make 7. We need more steel. Javelin, yep, forge away. The Merchant's Bane. Cool. Cool. Forge another. Merchant's Bane, yep. I really hope I'm not missing a trick here and making a horrible mistake. I believe you are now tired. Fridina. Need more steel. Am I the one to make steel? No, who's the one to make steel? No one's the one to make steel. Really? I guess we'll have to get Gerathion perhaps to smelt something here. Some steel, some fine steel. Yeah, go ahead and smelt away. Good stuff, good stuff. Those are our Merchant's Banes. Let's not smelt those by mistake. Merchant's Blade, honestly, I'm tempted to just smelt our Merchant's Blades. In all honesty. Quite a bummer, but that's the new reality, I suppose. Here we have steel and hardwood. Don't mind if I do. Might not be... That might actually be the best call over here. Gives us the most stuff. That's, like, consistently needed. Well, you as well, actually. Re-steel, more steel over here. Sure, done. Over to Fridina to forge these javelins. Done. As many as we can. You are tired. Alia, you're up next. I'm going to keep her aside in case I need more charcoal, which I might do. My turn here. I must rest, okay. Alia, let's go ahead and get some of this charcoal out. And then forge some more of these. Improve your smithing as well, why not? Done. Exhausted. Resources have been exhausted as well for the most part. We need more charcoal and whatnot, but that's great. This is good. This is good. So keep. Aaron, let us speak. What do you think of Caladog? I'm the rightful ruler. I've convinced you. Alright. I come back bearing... Well, transactionary elements. Certainly not a gift. you know what? I don't think that's enough. Oh, I don't think that's enough. Yikes. This guy is expensive. Even if I give him everything right now, it's not enough. This guy is expensive. Okay. What of the markets here? They are not wealthy. I was wondering if I could like sell something and just get cold hard cash to give him instead. I could take the risk. I could take the risk of resting here for a day, smithing some more of these javelins, and then chasing after him no matter where he goes, chasing after him in the hopes of having that conversation and convincing him. A bit of a distraction from our original plan, but we've done most of it. I mean, if I recall correctly, let's take a quick look actually at our fiefs. Sargot, 368 defenders, and Galend, 225 defenders. Obviously, we don't know the militia from here. Can we not... Galend has... It's so annoying that it's split up. Galend has 407 militia. Sargot has 177 militia, so 400, 150. Let's say 400, 150. That's 600 plus. That's 500 plus defenders. Right, if I'm getting this in the right order. Well, point being, they have a lot of defenders already. So Galend and Sargot, we don't have to go and visit. The pretty sure Jacqueline is safe. It's pretty well nestled and protected by Galend on one side, Sargot on the other. Hongard Castle, I vaguely remember being well defended as well. Provend we have to check, and Oxhall we have to check, because those are our relatively recent conquests. We also have the castle up over here, whose name I forget. We'll have to check those. We're pretty close to it. If this man decides to travel, he might probably go to like Maranoth or something next. I think he's going on a recruitment drive right now, so he'll be pretty slow. If we wait here for a day, smith some more of these merchant spains, might be able to reach him and speak to him and convince him to join us. And I think that would be quite valuable. And then the inevitable happens, right? Full support for this war. Support for war against the Khuzait is growing as well. The Battanians are pretty weak at present as well compared to where they were before. I feel like if our vassals, if our nobles don't ultimately make this push for war, we might just do it ourselves. Folks, that will have to be for next time. Hope you all enjoyed this session. I would love to hear your thoughts on what to do with regards to Aaron over here and Pencannock. Should we rest? Should we build or forge more gifts to convince this man to join us? We've done all the heavy lifting in terms of the dice rolls, I suppose. It would be a shame to just simply let him go and not pursue him right now, especially considering the war we're about to declare. This could be absolutely huge. This one war could actually end up giving us quite a bit of Battanian territory, splitting it up between us and the Khuzait. Of course, the unfortunate truth is that it will strengthen the Khuzait as well. They're going to be the next big villain for us. They've always been the big villain. We've seen it coming, and it's been the case previously. We've defeated them in the past. We will defeat them again. But like I said, folks, that's all stuff for the future. I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who have been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, I bid you farewell.